Fellowship of Pennsylvania, the Reverend Stephen Hurst.
Good evening and welcome to Random Nights of Tap 2021. On behalf of the Lincoln Fellowship, we're grateful for your presence here this evening. The Lincoln Fellowship was founded in 1938 to commemorate the dedication of this sacred place, Polish National Cemetery, and to remember the Gettysburg Address. We invite you back here on November 19th each year for this in front of the Polish National Cemetery and up at the historic rostrum for our Dedication Day program. Please join us again this year. We're glad to be back in person. I want to take this moment tonight to thank all of you for attending this evening, as well as all those who have attended 100 Nights of Taps throughout the summer since May 31st. And it's also my privilege to be able to offer some thanks tonight to the originator of this program, Wendy Allen, our Vice President. Before I say, when Wendy brought this idea to our board in 2015, I believe, we didn't envision that we'd have this many people here to conclude 100 Nights of Taps 5 years later. Wendy, thank you. Wendy was here every single night. I also want to thank John Tuscan, who I believe has emceed just about every night this summer, except the night we made him come to a board meeting. And so, John, thank you for your hours of help. Finally, a word of thanks to all our participants tonight, to all of our buglers throughout the summer, to those who are here this evening, to General Burney for his remarks and for his service to our nation, for Superintendent Sims, and for the partnership with Gettysburg National Military Park. We appreciate all that the park does to preserve the heritage of this place and to help us be able to put on this program. Thank you, Superintendent Sims. Finally, a partner who has been with us from the very beginning has been Yari Villeneuve. And Yari and the TAPS veterans have been such an important part of this program since its inception. Thank you. We appreciate you. And God bless.
Now, at this time, I would like to ask General Burney, Superintendent Sims, Lori Villanueva, Annie Freybeck, Wayne Hill, Sandy Tuscan, Amy Woodard, and Ron Fisher of Harrison. But I've asked these folks to come forward and accept the Lincoln Fellowship of Pennsylvania commemorative point.
This summer has quickly passed, and I had the opportunity to spend it here with great and remarkable people. I want to first thank all of the talented people here. All summer, they traveled from as far away as Texas, Colorado, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio, and New Jersey, and yet they found the people in Gettysburg or near Gettysburg very long. Chris Gwynn, Dan Vermilia at the Gettysburg National Military Park and the Eisenhower National Historic Site. Without the continued support and guidance from both of these partners, this program would not be possible. And a very, very special thanks to John Tuscan and Sandy Tuscan for taking the walk with me every evening through this sacred cemetery up to this beautiful, beautiful monument. Thank you. And I want to thank our on-site support crew, Amy Woodis and Ron Parasho. Ron? And we have a very devoted, dear Facebook follower, Barbara Bailey Bradley, who comments every single night on every single post. And it's a wonderful, we've had a wonderful relationship, Facebook relationship. So thank you, Barbara, out in Facebook land. Thank you, everyone. I would now like to turn the ceremony over to Sandy Preston. Sandy. And Sandy is one of our new presenters. Wonderful. And she's also a member of the fellowship, and she's also a volunteer at the Eisenhower National Historic Site. Sandy.
I am honored to introduce musical director and coordinator, Dory Villanueva. Play General Privilege here and interrupt the ceremony for 1 moment. As you have heard, lots of people put in lots of effort and work to make this 192 happen. Every night from Memorial Day to Labor Day and now to September 11th. But one person is the powerhouse behind that. There's a lot of people here. Right here? I'm a Jenny. He gives out beautiful commemorative 190 half coins to the participants here. And for her service, to honor our veterans, all and all the veterans who participate here, I want to present her with my 3-star General Officer coin, just as a token of the military. Air Force, where he served 23 years as a trumpeter, drum major, and staff chief with the United States Air Force Band, Washington, D.C. He is an accomplished music arranger, most notably his arrangement of Going Home, which featured in Tom Clancy's film Clear and Present Danger. It was performed by the U.S. Army Air Force Band during the state funerals of former Presidents Reagan, Ford, and Bush. Nationally and internationally recognized as a leading expert on military bugling and bugle calls, Villanueva was the founder of CAPS 150, an organization formed to commemorate the 150th anniversary of bugle call CAPS in 2012. And he not only serves as the music director and coordinator for 100 Nights of CAPS Gettysburg, he serves as an advisor to CAPS for Veterans. The organization helps provide live bugling for military funerals. He already organized CAPS across America, the National Moment of Remembrance Memorial Day Cup 2020, with Steve Hartman, CBS News. Steve Hartman, CBS News, this year already reprised it for 2021 with more than 10,000 participants. So thank you, Rory.
Thank you. I should mention that we had 1,500 buglers across the nation today that sounded taps. They all signed up to play at various times during the day. Let me begin by thanking the Gettysburg National Military Park and Superintendent Sims for allowing us to stand here on this sacred ground each evening during the summer. I'd like to thank also the members of the Lincoln Fellowship of Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for your support of this worthy project. Thanks so much to our presenters out here each evening in all weather, and we've had some rainy evenings, escorting the bugler and narrating the program without a flaw. So thank you to John Tuskin, Sandy Tuskin, and of course, Wendy Allen. I'd like to, speaking of points now, and I'm going to take a Master Sergeant's privilege here, General. I hope that's okay. I'd like to present John, Sandy, and Wendy with a coin. Taps for Veterans has been busy. Like I mentioned, all day we had buglers sounding taps to remember those who passed, who died on this date 20 years ago. Taps for Veterans coordinating that sounding. We are also working on a special project, the centennial of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. That, of course, this year on November 11th will be the 100th anniversary. Each day we also have a bugler who sounds taps at the National World War I Memorial in Washington, D.C. Gee, I wonder where they got that idea. That started in May, and that will continue through the next summer. Now, to commemorate the centennial of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, we had special challenge coins made up for our program, which is called Taps in Honored Glory. It'll be a ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery on Sunday, November 7th. Now, my good friend Wendy did the design for the coin. We also had patches made up. By the way, if you're interested, you can go to tapsforveterans.org and find out how to get one for yourself. So sorry, shameless plug there. But I want to thank Wendy and John and Sandy, if you wouldn't mind coming up. Wendy did the design for this, and it shows a bugler sounding taps at the tomb. Each one is numbered. So I was thinking, what number could we give to Wendy? And of course, that has to be 100. Thanks to, of course, all the buglers and trumpeters who sounded taps this year. We could not do this program without their time and their talent. Many traveled great distances to be here. I'm eternally grateful for their support. As we reflect on 20 years since 9/11, it's altogether fitting and proper to remember, as we've done so before, the words of Abraham Lincoln, a man who 160 years ago was faced with enormous difficulties and uncertainties that face our nation, not unlike those faced by President Bush in 2001, or President Roosevelt in 1941, or President Wilson in 1970. From across the spaces of time, Abraham Lincoln speaks to us. Fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. We will be remembered in spite of ourselves. No personal significance or insignificance can spare one another of us. The fiery crowd which we pass will light us down in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. We here hold the power to bear the responsibility. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we shall save our country. On November 19th, of course, he began his address here by reminding the audience that 87 years had passed since the birth of our nation, and then went on to embolden the nation with stirring words that apply even to this day. That from these honored dead we take increased devotion, that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain. These were no idle words. We remember the words of Abraham Lincoln as we remember and we commemorate the lives lost 20 years ago on this day. Thank you.
In closing, I would just like to thank all of you, this is spectacular, for being here tonight and joining us on the somber 20th anniversary of 9/11 and the 100 Nights of Gettysburg 2021 closing ceremony. We gathered together tonight to honor, mourn, and remember those lost on 9/11 and those who served on the front lines during those immediate days after the attack. The 100 Nights of Gettysburg daily summer ceremonies are an opportunity for visitors to mourn, honor, and remember the brave soldiers buried here in Soldiers National Cemetery. In keeping with the traditions we started last year every evening, we honored one Union soldier buried here, who comes to represent all the soldiers buried here, and we placed his image on this year's commemorative coin. His name is Private Charles Spiesberger of the 140th New York Volunteer Infantry. John Tustin selected him this year because Charles was one of the youngest soldiers here, just 18, and Charlie was an immigrant from Austria who fought under the flag of the United States in defense of his adopted country. We not only mourn his death, we mourn the lost opportunities, the lost dreams, the lost ambitions a long life might have provided him here in America. Rest in peace, Private Spiesberger, and know that we are highly resolved that you did not die in vain. And know, in the words of President Abraham Lincoln, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
We have got to do this. We have got to do this. All right. Take care. Thank you for your service. It is a